Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, my name is Brianna and I make health, beauty, and lifestyle videos for women like myself. In today's video, I will be discussing 3 influencers that I have been hearing about or that I have been watching that have been involved in scams, allegedly, or fraudulent activity. Jayla Koriyan is a beauty influencer and a lifestyle vlogger who documented her college experience years ago, and she is somebody that I actually watched myself. I don't even want to say I looked up to her, but I enjoyed watching her college experience, and I felt that those videos were pretty genuine. But over the years, I started seeing that her videos were not as genuine and that something was just not right about her. And those feelings were confirmed when I started hearing things from other influencers who were once her friends and from people who did not appreciate some of the things that she was doing. So the YouTube drama with the BaddieTwinz and with Missy Lynn has nothing to do with the scams, but it does speak to her character. I'm not sure of the exact dates, but it was probably 2019 to 2020 where she went on a trip with Missy Lynn, and it was something shady with the payments, something shady with how everything was organized. Certain things were not taken care of properly and things like that. And there was also another incident where they went to LA and some shady stuff happened as well.
For a couple of dollars? And hell no. Could it help my channel? Yes. But I'm not doing it. You have always tried to suggest that to me. Girl, it's all about the money. I don't care. I need to get me a fake YouTube couple and do this and do that, which you tried and it failed.
And with the BaddieTwinz, they were in so many of her vlogs. I remember just seeing them in the thumbnails and things like that. By that time, I was not really watching her anymore. But they came out with a video speaking against her, saying that they would always watch her dog for her. They would do stuff for her. They would put furniture together for her. All type of stuff, help her move and things like that. And she claimed that they stole her laptop. She was not appreciative of them at all, and she basically did them dirty in the end.
She always wants everything to be about her. She's always in her world, and everything should be about her, and you should be complimenting her and praising her. And it's like, girl, at the end of the day, we were oblivious to the fact that we were doing that. Yeah. And we were we were enablers.
We looked at her as our little sis. So
yes.
She had some spoiled ways about her.
Yes.
And we just let her get away
with it. We just let her get away.
But it was a whole YouTube drama beef thing that was telling about the shady stuff that she'd been doing. Also, she had an ex-boyfriend who basically said that she was desperate for money and that she was doing things to take advantage of her subscribers and the people who followed her. Jayla had done business ventures, including her hair extensions and also coming out with a book to help girls in college and to give them advice on beauty and how to navigate the college lifestyle. After that, apparently she was still desperate, so she decided to launch a YouTube course, and it was a disaster. Before the course even happened, the price varied from $49 to $99 to $69. So apparently there was a code for the first 100 people to buy tickets, and then after that it was $99. And then at the end, when they wanted more people, allegedly, the price got lowered down to $69 instead of $99. People were also told that there was going to be limited availability. It actually ended up being about 900 people that participated in the classes. This YouTube course promised exclusive tips and tricks to help you get those numbers up, get your subscribers, and get monetized on YouTube. They also advertised that there will be special guests that would also give them tips and tricks. In the days leading up to the course and even up to day 2 of the course, the schedule and the syllabus was not clear at all. The reasoning that Jayla explained was because she did not know if the guests were locked in yet, and she didn't want people to not show up if they had the syllabus. But that don't make sense, because if I'm paying for a course, I'm gonna go to every day. Like, that's not even... I already said I stopped following her by this time, so I just heard this from other YouTubers or people who actually went to the course or purchased the course themselves. According to them, she showed up late several times. She was very unprofessional, playing music with cussing, and she was dressed like she was going to the club.
Her breasts were exposed, hanging. They were just like, boom.
Also, she had one of her special guests, which was her brand manager. Unfortunately, her name is Brianna as well. Somebody asked her basic questions like, what is a brand? What is a brand? Your title is brand manager. Like, that's something that you definitely should know. But she was unable to answer that question clearly.
Let me get an example. So an example of personal branding is when you have a personal brand, you are creating an emotion.
And also, somebody asked her another simple question that somebody like her should know, which is, what is a niche? What is a niche? Now, if you are into YouTube, or if you are an aspiring YouTuber, whatever, you would know the answer to that basic question. But she had to Google it while on the live class in front of everybody, and then she still couldn't explain what it was.
You guys, so you understand. Hold on just a second. I'm typing on my computer as we speak. Okay. So. Okay. So, I have an example. So an example of a niche. A niche is kind of like when it's like you have a personal brand and then you also niched yourself. And it's like, what the heck is a niche? I don't understand. I just now figured out what a niche is. And I've been working in this industry for like 7 years.
People who took the course were outraged soon after the videos started rolling out about them getting scammed from this class and them not being satisfied and them not getting what they were promised at all. And then people started saying that Jayla was just desperate and she just did this as a way to make some extra money quickly. And she was basically taking advantage of those who looked up to her. At the end of this, she lost credibility, but she also still has supporters who take up for her and who are still on her side. This was not a terrible thing where she was literally taking people's money and not delivering on anything, but at the same time, you did not deliver on what you claimed, and you were very unprofessional in how you were presenting yourself and the tips that you were promising these people. Next, we are going to talk about Dana Chanel and kind of her husband, because they are business partners and they are represented together. So yeah, Dana Chanel and her husband, Prince Donnell, whatever. So these people, I never watched any of their vlogs or their Instagram. I never followed them. I never didn't know who these people were until I started seeing their name in negative light about them being scammers and stuff like that. Dana Chanel is an entrepreneur who I guess went viral because she really knows how to motivate people. She is great at giving speeches and she knows how to get people worked up. She owns a online beauty supply called Curl Bible, and they also own other businesses, including an app called Alakazam and another app called Jumping Jack Taxes. Another reason why she is was so loved by her supporters is because she owns something called A Sprinkle of Jesus. I'm not sure if it's an app or I'm not sure, but she uses her faith to gain more support from that community, and that is a cover-up for all of the fraudulent activity, allegedly, because y'all ain't about to sue me. So with this Alakazam app, it was supposed to be an app developer for business owners to easily create apps for their business. When you watch their commercials and their ads for these businesses, you can just tell it's so fake. Like the energy and the scriptedness, like you could just see it.
Dana Chanel, the founder of Sprinkle of Jesus, and having a mobile app changed the game for us. I called Alakazam Apps, and they created a custom mobile app for us for free, and will do the same for you. They do all the hard work for you, publishing it to Google Play and the App Store. Plus, the easy-to-use platform makes it simple for you to maintain, edit, and update all on your own. Whether you have a business or a blog, Alakazam Apps literally leave success at your fingertips. Get your free mobile app today by calling Alakazam Apps, like right now.
So in their commercial, they claimed that this app builder was supposed to be free, but when you actually attempt to build an app, it takes you to a paywall where you have to actually pay $5,000 or $8,500 for the different packages. Business owners still paid their money to have their apps built by this Alakazam, but they actually ended up having to build the apps on their own, and they were just left out there to do whatever. I don't know. They didn't have any help. They didn't have any support. They couldn't get in touch with them. Now, even though people could not get in touch with them and people were not having their apps developed, they were still being charged by this app, and they had to actually contact their bank to have the payment stop. Eventually, people came together and they filed a class action lawsuit against them to stop everything. Like, people were getting charged for no reason. They weren't having any help. They weren't getting any help with their apps. They weren't getting what they were promised. Again, when it came down to it, people called them out for taking the ideas that were put into the Alakazam app from the business owners and taking those business ideas for themselves. One example of this is a phlebotomist who gave them his idea for his app, and they said that they were helping him, but in the end, they created their own business, which was based off of his ideas. And also, their Jumping Jack Taxes business was somebody else's idea. I'm not sure if it was their friend's idea or if it was her sister's idea, but as videos would show, it was not Dana Chanel or Prince Donnell's idea to do this Jumping Jack Taxes. I'm not sure what they are doing now. I don't know if they are still investigating this or if they stopped scamming or not, but I know that people still follow them, which is unfortunate, and which is one of the reasons why I'm making this video, because when are y'all gonna learn, you know? So, yeah. Lastly, I am talking about Maryjane Byarm. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but that's how I've been hearing it pronounced. And she is a travel vlogger who got popular from going on solo trips to Dubai and other places like that. And she challenged herself to travel to 100 countries in so much time. Her videos popped up on my suggestions several times, and I actually have one of her videos in my watch later, but I just never, I don't know, I feel like I just read her and my spirit said she ain't the one. She ain't who she say she is. So I just never watched her. But then I started seeing people speak out against her and say that she was scamming them. So in these videos, they were saying that she organized a travel group for Black women, young Black women who wanted to travel like her. and they would send her deposits, and these trips would cost up to $2,000, $2,500 for them to go. They would send their money to her, and in the days coming up to the trip, they still did not have any information, no itinerary, no flight information, no hotel information, no booking information at all. So they would reach out to her and email her what's going on, and some of them would get answers, but some of them didn't get any answers.
Just kind of ignored a lot of my texts, and I found it odd how you can respond so quickly up until getting my money. But once you got my shmoney in your possession, you was Ghost Casper. Why?
It would take several times for them to reach out to her to get any money back. And some people did not get all of their money back. They only got some of their money back. I did run across a video where somebody did get to go, and apparently there's a select few people that she decides gets to go with her. And this girl was obviously an influencer, so she probably thought like, oh, let me do right by her because she is an influencer like me or whatever. So she made a video about it. I will link it in the description. But she discussed that there were moments where everything was okay, but there were also moments where everything was awkward. And for the details, y'all can go watch her video. But this does not excuse her not responding to the other people, the other women who sent their money and did not get a response. That does not make sense. That's a scam. You are not following through on your promise. You're stealing people's money and not giving them anything in exchange. They did not give you this money just because they were supposed to go on a trip. Just to be clear, the screenshots that I just showed y'all are from the girl that I just showed y'all, Clarify Me. And she actually did get to go on the trip, but Maryjane only bought her ticket there. She did not buy her ticket home, and she only paid for 1 day of the hotel. These deposits would be sent through a PayPal or a Cash App and things like that. That was directly to her. It wasn't through a website that she built. It wasn't through a travel website or anything like that. So, real shaky. Of course, she still has people that support her and take up for her because that's the world of the internet, and people feel like they know somebody, but they really don't, and they want to take up for them no matter what. After all that being said, I have 3 main points and messages for y'all to take away from this video. The first one is to always ask questions and do your own research. And I had to learn that the hard way myself because there are a lot of Instagram scams. There are a lot of fake companies that try to take advantage. There are so many people in this world who try to scam you. So you have to do your research. You have to verify the thing that you are purchasing or sending your money to. Number 2 is do not have high expectations for an influencer. Now, they might be somebody who is extraordinary in some ways, but at the end of the day, they are still a person just like you or anyone else. Humans make mistakes, humans lie, humans scam people, humans take advantage of people all the time. It's just a part of human nature and the cycle of what happens in life. Just because you see them a lot, you see them every week or whatever, that is only a portion, a small portion of their life. Think about it. They're recording for what, 2 hours a day or whatever. That's only so much time out of everything that they go through, everything that they do, everything that they say. And when you turn on a camera, it's a certain type of act that you put up naturally just because you know that you're sending it out to people on the internet. You just got to be mindful of who you look up to and who you idolize because they're just regular people too. And the last point is to learn how to read people. That is a skill that is going to be very valuable in life. because people are really good at acting or whatever. So you have to pay attention to smaller things like their body language and how they say things, and specifically what words they say as well. I don't know. I feel like I'm energy oriented, so I can kind of get a vibe off of somebody, especially in person, but also through videos, like me watching them ads for the Alakazam or the Jumpin' Jack. Like, you can tell they're not being realistic. You can tell they're being fake, or they're over exaggerating just to get a sale. And that's not genuine. You can tell. You can see it. You can feel it. So learn how to read people. That is all for this discussion. Thank you guys so much for watching. And let me know if you like this type of video so I can make more. I also do book reviews, book discussions. I also do vlogs and other videos like that. So consider subscribing if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.